we being shadow banned? Like, seriously shadow banned? Like, what the hell is going on?
Doesn't anyone notice this? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills!
I don't want you to ride. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the streets. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
You have the luxury of not knowing what I know.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
All right, so I know that I kind of sprung up on you guys today, and it wasn't really a scheduled event, but Wednesday was such a disaster from an overall picture of what seems to be platforms really screwing with us now, with the exception of Rumble and actually Twitch was fine too, but nobody really watches Twitch. We're just on there because it's a part of the software and I can do it at the click of a button. But for Facebook and YouTube, this is the second time this has happened to us on Facebook where we're geared up. The first time it happened, we actually had a guest. We actually had Michael Arnold with us, the state director of Massachusetts for Convention of States Action. And it was really strange because everything would go normal. Everything would set up in our software the way it was supposed to be. The event would show up in Facebook, and it would look like everything was going to be fine. And then we went ahead and tried to go, and nothing. It just broke the link, and we got nothing. And then we were live on other channels, so we're like sitting there saying, all right, well, do we get off the other channels now and try to redo this whole thing from scratch? Or, I mean, it created a really awkward situation that took a long time to get addressed. And then, everything went okay for a while after that until Wednesday. So Wednesday comes and Jack and I are on, and we go to do our normal Wednesday night live, and immediately I knew something was wrong. So on my screen, I can see combined from the different platforms. So we stream to Rumble. I don't see Rumble in that number though. We stream to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. As far as so let's say there's 5 watching on each, it'll show me a number of 15. So even though I have the screens open on the other side, which is how I knew Facebook wasn't working, wasn't streaming, I could see that there were some viewers, but nothing was showing on my stats. So I said, okay, maybe that's my software. But then the chats were broken down. And then my own brother calls me up to tell me, hey, he's like, I went personally to go look. He goes, I didn't get an alert. And mind you, it's my brother, right? So you would think that because he clicks on it a lot and watches a lot and things like that, the algorithms would say, hey, this guy likes this content, and they'd give him the alert. So he got no alert. Multiple other people reached out saying, hey, were you on? I got no alert, but I'm seeing now that there's some new stuff on your channel. And what's crazy is my brother actually went to our channel to physically look for it and couldn't find anything, and then called me after we broadcast, and it was an awkward broadcast because it's weird to do this when you have no idea who's watching, what's going on, can they even hear you, can they see you, do they know you're there, are you talking to the air? Like, it's just awkward to go forward doing that. And on our end, and this is why I got into the shadow ban piece, because despite everybody telling me all this stuff about Wednesday's broadcast, on my end, like for at least from the YouTube standpoint, because Facebook just broke as soon as we went live, but from the YouTube standpoint, everything looked perfect. Like what they were putting in front of me was like, hey man, you're all go. It's all a go. but yet everybody's telling me, I know alerts. I couldn't get that. These are people who click the bell, right? So it's not people who like I understand not everybody gets an alert if you subscribe. You need to click that bell. So if you're hearing this, click that bell. But that being said, even those people weren't getting the alerts. And if they did, if someone did come in and just see the video anyway, because they knew we're on every Wednesday, they were having issues commenting. It was a really, really bizarre thing. And all of this happened right after we came off a suspension from YouTube for 7 days, and Facebook rejected a video that we had tried to put up. So all of that happened within 2 days, and then this happened. So, I'm not a believer in coincidence. So Michelle saying you did get the alert, but you're being shadow banned. And it depends on, what you put out there, but sure, absolutely. They do it to individuals as much as they will do it to any channel. Nikki Knight got the alert. Perfect. Yeah, folks, if you did get an alert for the video, I'm assuming if you're on now that you got an alert, but I'm curious to know from what platform and it's driving me nuts that this is going on, because as we're out here trying to put together content and trying to keep you guys informed as to things that are going on, it bugs me out. It's just an extra labor, I guess, to have to keep wondering, like, is should we be changing our content? Is this something we're doing? Is this something that's happening to us? And knowing that it happens out there is what leaves you in that question mark land, and that's what kind of drives me nuts. Now, it is kind of cool that the 3 comments I got so far were from Facebook, so that's good. In the end, I am curious to know if anyone is on YouTube, because I did kind of just jump out of nowhere tonight, so you really would have to be kind of like at your phone doing nothing, on a Friday night. Like, yeah, I get it, but this was really designed to just kind of test this and see what people are seeing on your end, because what I'm getting, it seems to me like there's an effort to kind of bury some of our stuff. I mean, the last video that we produced and put out, we teased it. We teased that video in a live episode, and then we put out an edited version for Facebook, and then the real version that included the COVID stuff and things like that. That version went to Rumble. And if you missed the last couple episodes, folks, I did make it a point to tell everybody to make sure you subscribe to our Rumble channel, because the YouTube suspension came from a video that was produced 17 weeks ago. So we have they can just apparently, they'll just go back and dig into stuff that's already been out there forever and just randomly ban you from the platform. And that's exactly what happened. And it got weird and wonky, because I had videos that were I had scheduled to put out, and those videos stayed on schedule. They didn't cancel the schedule, but what they did do is when people tried to watch it, when the schedule came up, they told them the video was private. So they made it look like I did something to stop that scheduling, where I did something wrong, which was just total trash. Like, if you're going to go ahead and take somebody with no warning and take down a channel and their stuff scheduled, either let it play or put up some kind of thing letting the viewer know what you did. Because, when you just leave it like that, people see it. It looks like we don't know what we're doing. And it just like, why, these people are scheduling private videos. What the hell are they doing? Right. But that's the way YouTube operates. Like, on top of that, they don't tell you what the hell you got banned for. They tell you the policy, which covers like a million different things. And then at the same time, you got to sit there and watch an hour and a half video wondering what word you said, what thing you said to get to trigger this 20-something-year-old Duterte in the friggin' in their little, whatever, Nazi speech squad there. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But, like I said, I wanted to get on today and just check this out. Chris Bauman says, I'm on a perpetual 90-day shadow bans. Just before they expire, they find someone from years ago to keep up the 90-day bans. Yeah. So I mean, I know the stories. You know, I hear a lot of stories from individuals that, you know, I guess, you know, it's how I choose my friends. But you know, many of my friends, I would argue even most, have dealt with bands at some point in time on an individual level. I never really do because I don't really post that much to my personal profile. I'm more likely to comment on someone else's, or I don't do a lot of personal profile posting. So from that perspective, I guess, you know, that's why I don't deal with it. But you know, but on the page level, like I've only heard stories until we started this channel about how they attack pages. Like I've heard, you know, Dave Rubin and you know, Ben Shapiro and people like that talk about how they've been demonetized and all that. So like, but I never really understood how fickle it was. I mean, I know PragerU got suspended for putting up a video about Christmas, or the Ten Commandments, putting up a video about 10 Commandments. They got banned. So it's the government's totally controlling this operation. And you know, we could play and pretend like it's the CEO of Google, or Zuckerberg or whatever. But I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. These guys don't give a damn. If you think Google CEO could care less that we had a conversation about 2000 mules and decided to have somebody go back and ban us for it, you're crazy. He could care less. Okay. He could care less. That's the kind of thing that comes from an order, and I can't prove this. No one can. Well, someone can, but they won't whistleblow. So until they whistleblow, you know, we're going to talk about it as speculation. But the fact of the matter is, I know this is how it works. Dr. Shiva, he did that lawsuit. I put it in that latest video release where he's the guy that starts off saying, "I want you to remember these three words: the government launders censorship." They absolutely do. And he demonstrated that with these playbooks that he found during his lawsuit against Twitter and the state of Massachusetts, where he showed that Twitter had an absolute special hotline for the government for them to go ahead and have posts taken down. You know, we've got Psaki, who straight up said on a microphone, you know, we're flagging posts for Facebook, not suggesting flags for Facebook, but we're doing it for Facebook. Like these people, the government is 100% engaged in this. And the fact of the matter is, you know, not that those comments don't demonstrate it, but if we had someone whistleblowing to put this all in a detailed light, they can be held liable for First Amendment violations. Once the government gets involved, it's a First Amendment violation. Twitter can do whatever it wants as far as banning, you know, someone from their platform, but if they're doing it at the order of the government, then it's a free speech violation. It's a direct and very clear and plain free speech violation. So, Chris says Freemasons police content. Yeah, Freemasons. You know that. You know that's a rabbit hole. I don't. You know, I don't disagree that there's something creepy going on with the Freemasons. I just don't know what the hell it is, and I'm not trying to pretend that I do. So, by the way, I just got my shirt in today. It's the newer version of the flag imprint. It's got Article 5 written into the flag, and of course, it says it's written in plain old English. Article 5 underneath. You can get these at our website. Go to our website. There'll be a link on the front page for the Cause Patriot store. You can pick them up there, as well as any other shirt you see me wearing on these episodes. The ones you see you can't unsee, or Play Offense, all those are all available. So now that we're done with the shameless plug, I want to make sure that I'm trying to get someone from YouTube to make a comment here. I'm seeing that there are some of these people are on YouTube. Wait, I got one here. Marilyn Cologne. She says, "Love it." Did I get that in my? She did. She just put it. Okay, you put it in just as I was looking. I moved over to the other screen. So, all right, Marilyn, thank you. Thank you for commenting. Love it. I hope that means the T-shirt. I was stoked. It finally just came in today. Actually, I just took it out of the mail and took it in today. I'm thinking about producing another one with the Constitution underneath, which is like a "We the People" type of deal underneath. But yeah, so I was stoked about the shirt, and I am stoked that I actually am live now, and you guys are not having issues seeing me. So. Because Wednesday, I can't tell you how awkward it is when you have no idea when weird stuff like that starts going down on your channel, and you don't know, you don't have control over it. It's really freaking strange. So like, today I told Jack, me and Jack were going to come on and just do like a 10-minute test, but I was like, let me talk a little bit. Let me just, use it up a little bit and get back with our people. And by the way, folks, I wanted to let you know there is where is it now? There's a new channel. So, and I've been very engaged with them. It's brand new. And I'm trying to, here is this called All Things Article 5. So, All Things Article 5, Ken Quinn is so he's a patriot who, we're going to have him on at some point. We've already been messaging back and forth. They literally just started and popped up their first video, and we got all over it. So, matter of fact, let me put his link. Let me see if I can put that in the comments. Okay, that's definitely not the link that I just tried to paste. Hold on. So I'm going to try and put the link in the comments. So try to make it a point to head over there and show some love. This is exactly what we mean, folks, by playing offense, right? This is what we mean. Is taking the initiative. You don't have to build a channel, okay? Because we get it. That's complicated. It's work. Significant work. But everything's going to be some work, right? Everything's going to involve some effort. And when when you look at it, I mean, me and Ken were kind of chatting back and forth, and I was letting them know we're going to bring them on the show. I mean, they've got 23 subscribers right now, but like I said, they literally just dropped their first video. So I know from experience it'll probably be a few months without the support of you guys. Now, if you guys rally to the call and get all over the channel and start subscribing and telling other cause folks to start subscribing, Ken's channel, from what I can gather, is going to be kind of like ours, but more in I don't know how to say it, more calm. He's not as crazy as me. So at least it doesn't seem like it. Maybe he is, and it's a different brand of crazy. But it's a nice, eloquently put video that they put out so far. That video breaks down, what their channel is going to be about and how they're going to break this down in the future. I know he had mentioned to me that they were going to be very heavy on going after JBS. So I was fired up to hear that because I can't stand JBS. So that's the John Birch Society. So it's for definitely for more information, folks. The more sources, the better, right? Like, we don't see them as they're not competition. We're all in this together, right? And that's the way we see it. And we want to embrace them, and we want to get them support, and we want to get as many people on there as possible. I know I'm going to be watching their videos because I want to, I don't know everything, right? And I can tell you to this day, I still learn little tidbits here and there, of nuances that I didn't know and stuff. I mean, I've read a lot, right? And I'm kind of all over it in that way. But I am, hey, who's this? Lisa Mullins, got no alerts on most of day. I'm at bottom of feed too. All right, so you wouldn't have gotten alerts throughout the day. I just popped this out, recently. So if you got an alert, just in the recent, last 45 or 50 minutes or so, then you're good. Then you got, you're getting the alerts. Now in YouTube, what I always try to steer people to YouTube as much as I love the other platforms as well. But YouTube and Rumble are like the two video ready platforms. So I try to get those two for people to subscribe. When you go to YouTube, though, make sure you're clicking the bell, because you may not get alerts if you don't click the bell. And when I spring out like that and just pop on the scene like I did today, then you won't get an alert for that. Or you may not. If you're clicking the bell, you're going to get those alerts. So that's the difference, right? And we're not coming on all the time where your phone's going to be blowing up with alerts, right? We're coming on two times a week, maybe, you know what I mean? 3 times most. And that's it. So, in the end, it's, in the end, just go ahead and wait. I don't want to get off track. Ken Quinn, All Things Article 5. Link is in the description. Make sure you subscribe there. As far as the rest of this, folks, I'm not going to make this a long run. I just wanted to come up and kind of first show off my new T-shirt. because I'm excited about it. And also just to make sure that we're getting the love. And Amy Adesa, seeing you just fine. Thank you, Amy. Amy, we just jumped on to kind of test this out and see that that everything is now working again. I know that the event in Facebook did not show with the thumbnail, and I really hate it when that happens because I put work into those thumbnails. And but nonetheless, at least the event showed, and that's good. So, and it did show. I am showing that it is streaming on YouTube as well. I have not checked Twitch, but let me check that now. Twitch is streaming just fine as well. This particular stream is not going to Rumble, only because I don't need to test Rumble. Rumble's not censoring me for anything. Rumble is on point. So everything, but it will eventually end up on Rumble. Everything we do on YouTube automatically transposes to Rumble. So once in a while, when it's a live event or something like that, you might see it twice on Rumble if we stream there naturally, and then YouTube pushes it over there as well. But it's generally, you will see everything on Rumble. It's a total mirror image. Think of it as like a backup server to our YouTube channel. So, and like I said, if you could subscribe there, I'd appreciate it, because in the end, we see us disappear. They don't let us communicate to our subscribers when they decide to randomly ban us and suspend us. So we have no way of getting out to you to say, hey, we've been suspended and whatnot. Although you could subscribe to the email list on our website. We do put things out there. Make sure that you confirm your email address when you sign up that way. We had a lot of people that have signed up for the website and have not confirmed their address, and the system will not allow us to send emails to those people. So we don't send a lot of emails, but we send stuff like that. Like if we get banned on YouTube, we let everybody know. If we put out a blog, we'll let everybody know. That kind of thing. So you're not going to get spammed in crazy emails. But other than that, I think we're good in the comments here. I do appreciate all of you for jumping on and commenting, even though I gave no notice, because it is important for me to be able to test all this for when we do go live. I have another Article 5 Q&A episode coming out, as well as Jack has some new material coming out as well. So with that being said, folks, appreciate you. Don't forget to check out all things Article 5. Make sure you go over there, subscribe, make a difference. All right. I'll be on this weekend again. Keep an eye out for those alerts. I'm out.
And like that,